And good morning, Wednesday morning. Last time I checked, August 10th, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And we are here with another episode of the 359, episode 92 to be exact, with Roger Tang, Ben
93,
Fox Rubin,
93.
93, my apologies, and Sam Rhodes. Good morning, everyone.
Morning,
Hi.
everyone. Hey, happy
What's up?
happy
Hi,
how are
hump
you?
day. Happy hump day.
Oh,
Sam?
you're
Ben?
You always say that.
Did I say that? I don't know. Should I not say that? Is that
okay.
bad?
You can skip it next week when I'm not here.
Right.
Then yeah, it'll be just us.
So, Sam, you have to remind him.
I'll say it.
Okay, either way, what's on tap today?
What is on tap today? We're talking about Facebook's decision to shoot ads down your throat, regardless of whether or not you have an ad blocker.
To block ad blockers.
Block ad blockers, yeah.
Wow.
The cat and mouse game continues.
Yes. Whether or not that's a good thing. And we'll also be talking about Sling TV adding NFL to its lineup. Just sort of giving some credence to web streaming services and, you know, a little bit of hope for cord cutters. And then lastly, just throwing out a shout out to our latest road trip story by our very own Stephen Shanklin. Went out to France to check out the refugee camps there. And as always, if you have any questions about any of these topics, leave them in the comments section. Our producer Brian will pick out the best questions, and we will do our best to answer them. And if there are questions about Apple and Samsung, we'll field those too.
Yeah. we
Any
would love
questions
to.
you have
Any questions you have,
within reason.
right? Like I said, we'll try our best.
Okay, let's just open
All
that
right.
door early.
Let's get started. Brian,
All right,
Whenever you're
audio
ready.
to speed. Everybody start submitting your questions. We are rolling in 3, 2, 1.
welcome to the 359, where we talk about the top tech news of the. Wow, that was a rare.
We'll just start that one again.
Yeah,
why not?
let's start that one again. That was a rare.
We're almost at episode 100.
Yeah,
And that happened.
you figured. I'd have figured.
See,
out
that's
that
the
part.
curse you get for saying I made a rookie mistake.
I know.
earlier.
All right,
An
let's
episode 5 mistake.
let's do
Yeah.
it.
All right, episode 93, take 2. 1, 2, go.
Welcome to the 359, where we talk about the top tech news of the day and all the other crap we want to throw in. I'm Roger Chang.
I'm Ben Fox Rubin.
I'm Samantha Rhodes.
Facebook is playing hardball when it comes to ads. The company says it will show you commercials even if you have an ad blocker in place. That's got to sting, right? No?
I mean, okay, so Facebook probably isn't the worst offender when it comes to this. However, it could set a pretty bad precedent where you're just going to get more ads even if you really don't want them and are going out of your way not to have them. So
Right. And just to be clear, ad blocking technology is extremely popular. We're talking about nearly 500 million people using some form of ad blocking software on their mobile devices. So that's a huge amount of people.
I mean, let's be very clear to our audience that we work for an internet publisher. And so it's probably
Sure.
bad for the bottom line for the people that pay our paychecks.
Right.
For our own customers or whatever, our own readership to actually be using ad blockers. And so there's a lot of discussion about that here. And
Yeah,
so,
I mean, there's definitely the broader discussion of like how much is content worth. For years, people have just been watching or reading stuff online for free, but you know, this stuff costs money, right? Our journalism costs money.
right. And so not only is it you're getting it for free, but like you're doing an ad blocker on top of it. I mean,
Right.
it's an interesting discussion. I've obviously used ad blockers in the past. I mean, like I took it off of my browser at one point because it was slowing down my computer. But yeah, I mean, like I totally get the fact that like a lot of ads can be really, really invasive and
Right.
super annoying. So
See, I don't use ad blocker because I guess since we're all in journalism, and whenever I read someone's piece, I know that so much work went into that. So I'm like, oh, I'll get a little ad and be able to read the piece that they spent a lot of time reporting.
Now, is that the same for like we're making the case for journalism, which you know it's clear that
which is fair. We're
there's-
journalists.
yeah, but it's you know there's a clear cost to it. What about Facebook? Though Facebook, you know, it's a social network. It's built upon our own contributions to the site. You know, do they have as much of a case to make?
I mean, like they're super duper ad supported. Like they make almost all their money off of ads, so they want to make sure that you're not using an ad blocker.
Right.
So they're going to try every way possible. Maybe consumers aren't going to like it. It wouldn't surprise me if ad blockers had started creating Ad Blocker Plus or whatever, and the cat and mouse
like
game
this,
will continue.
This Cold War of just
It seems
back
likely.
and forth.
And I don't
between
think
ad
people are
blockers
going to not be on Facebook just because they will get ads, though.
No. I mean, it's like Facebook's. It's part of our lives at this point. We can't give it up.
Unfortunately.
But you know, look, this is they make the argument that Facebook is committed to being free. They don't want this to be a subscription service, which is really the only other model that's out there, right? If it's not ad based, it's subscription, like Netflix or Hulu. And they don't want to charge people to use Facebook.
All right. With the last minute we have left, what about Sling TV? What's
Yes,
happening with
Sling
that?
TV just announced that it will add the NFL Network and NFL Red Zone to its web streaming service next year. It'll be included as part of its $20 base package. It's actually not a bad deal.
Yeah. So this is just making things a lot easier if you do want to be a cord cutter or you never had cable in the first place. This is just continuation of that, and like incrementally this stuff just keeps getting better, which is pretty interesting to see.
Yes. Are you a cable subscriber or cable TV subscriber?
Yeah, I actually am.
Wow.
So, I know, it's pretty
A
amazing.
rarity.
One-
As
one of
As
the-
a rare
age.
millennial.
Yeah.
However, NFL's doing lots of tech stuff now because now they're
Yep.
going to be on Snapchat Discover. All the games are going to be, or a lot of the games are going to be put up on Snapchat Discover. So if
Right.
you're a diehard football fan, you've got a lot of options now.
Yeah, Twitter's going to be streaming a couple games. NFL's definitely widened their distribution.
Mm-hmm.
And look, again, back to the original point. Like, if you're a cord cutter, I think sports is one of the big things that's been missing.
Oh, totally.
And so having an NFL network on is it's a huge get for Sling.
Yeah.
So, lastly, just want to give a shout out to Stephen Shanklin for his road trip piece. He went to Calais, France, known as the Jungle. It's one of the worst refugee camps in the country. Just to see how tech plays a role there. You get a chance, check it out. It's on CNET.com. Want to know more about the rest of these stories? Check us out at CNET. I'm Roger Chang.
I'm Ben Fox Rubin.
I'm Samantha Rhodes.
Thanks for listening.
And we'll open up the forum for some questions. And actually, while we're at it, we'll post the link to Steven's road trip story in the description on this video after we finish live.
Perfect.
We have a lot of people who are interested in the ad thing.
Yeah.
Majority say there's already too many ads. What the hell?
See, you guys seem to be really like...
Yeah, I mean, I was actually kind of surprised by
really
that conversation that it veered more into the journalism mode
were-
because,
yeah.
like, if I mean, to give a lot of credence to the consumer focus,
Yeah.
ads definitely are getting more and more in your face
Yes.
and harder to ignore. And so it makes a ton of sense how many people are doing
Yeah,
ad
and
blockers as a protest.
The argument's always been like, we want to deliver relevant ads to you. Does that make a difference? Like, if it's an ad that's something that you really want, does that matter, or do you just not want to see ads?
It depends
on
how like
Facebook?
big and obnoxious it is,
Yeah.
and they're just getting bigger and more obnoxious. And so it's like, people are trying to prevent that from happening and like just taking over your webpage. Like they just want to get to the content. So.
Right.
We have all these tools at our disposal, though, for cookies, tracking your data, tracking
Yep.
your... Like, if there's one good thing that could come out of being watched all the time, it's like, sell me something I want.
So you do want the relevant ads then?
I mean, I don't mind ads if it's something I care about. Don't try to sell me Depends undergarments yet. But
Yet. Wow.
there's plenty of cool
One day I
Optimistic.
might need them.
You're very optimistic.
Listen, I'm
sir.
going down a
Right.
path here. But there's plenty of stuff. I like stuff. We're
Sure.
Americans. We're capitalists. We're
stuff.
consumers. I like stuff.
I'm from
Sell me some
America.
stuff.
I like stuff.
You know, sell me
I
some
think
video
it's-
games. Sell me
it's-
something.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, it's not necessarily whether it's relevant. It is sort of the invasiveness, how the sheer number of ads and how they pop up, how they kind of interrupt or disrupt
I
your
agree.
experience.
Oh, absolutely. And
Yeah.
that's what Tyler in the chat's saying. Shout out to Tyler. Ads don't bother me at all. It's when they pop up in my freaking face that I find
Yeah.
annoying. And that's
Right.
it.
And
Like,
they
don't
move your
block my
webpage.
content. Work it into the content.
Exactly.
Yeah, if it's discreet and off to the side, like sidebar, Facebook has little ones that are on the side. That's fine, but if it's just going to take over the whole screen or going
If
to be a
it
big
well
video,
for Facebook, if it takes over your news feed, right? Like it
Yeah.
just sort of pops in as a sponsored piece of content.
Even that doesn't bother me that much.
No,
as
and like
long as
you
it's
know what I like.
integrated.
I blatantly like things on Facebook to follow them, and you use that information to say, "Oh, well, the so and so actor is now in this movie. You should see this movie." Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah.
That's what the internet is for.
I've actually used those ads to find like clothes or something that they think
Somebody is clicking on those ads,
Yeah.
obviously. Otherwise, like,
Why do they have
anybody that says advertising doesn't work is crazy. Advertising works
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
absolutely.
for sure.
So,
Tyler's still chatting. He says that the Facebook ads are intuitive and cool the way they are right now. They're so seamless, and the way they do flow into the feed.
Yeah.
So we've had somebody on our side here.
Tyler's
What
also a
side are we
Facebook
on?
employee.
oh, is that right?
No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I think I don't know.
Yeah, it
He
might
seems
be.
very, very receptive to the ads.
I
And he
wouldn't
references-
completely disagree with the Facebook ads. I think there are much, much worse offenders out there.
I mean, he's referencing YouTube Red while we're at it, where you can opt out of the ads by paying
right.
into the subscription, which ironically Hulu is doing away with.
Okay.
Yes.
YouTube is a good example of a website whose ads bug me a lot because they have those little banners that show up constantly and sometimes in multiple different places, and you kind of feel like you're playing whack-a-mole while you're watching a video. So like that's a situation where it's like, I understand you need to make money, but is there a less annoying way that you could do this? So,
and also they will play ads in the beginning that take a really long time, and you can't skip them for a while.
Yeah. That's also true.
They're starting to get away from the skip ad thing, or that's still.
I've seen it less and less.
I've seen it less frequently.
Yes,
like the option to.
They've conditioned us. We've been conditioned.
The thing that drives me nuts is when they reshape the entire page. So, like, when I'm on a page and it's taking a minute to load and there's different portions coming up and I have my mouse hovering over where I need to click and then ad suddenly moves it.
Yes.
Like,
Gun. Son of a gun.
I stopped.
I
stopped.
Yeah. There are actually quite a few web pages that do that, and it's super annoying.
That's the one that bothers me the most.
Yeah.
Like, don't reshape my page. Don't move anything around. Cover the rails. Cover the header. I don't care.
Right.
I do not care. Like, show me something cool, but
there,
don't move my content.
There are a couple, a couple egregious ads where they pop up, they block the screen, and there's no easy to find X button.
Yeah,
oh my god!
You have to really have to hunt to find the close button out. So
they intentionally move it around.
Oh yeah.
Oh, especially in mobile.
Yes.
Which slows down the site, especially with Flash. Flash kills it.
Right. Well, with mobile, I'm finding especially there's more like version of pop-up ads. Like they'll send you to an app store, even like you'll actually move out of your web
totally
experience.
Happened to me.
Yeah, that happens all the time. And like some of these are legit sites that I'm going on.
Okay, let's take the devil's advocate position for a second here, though. That people now want their content for free.
Yep.
And you need to. Advertisers are constantly trying to find a way to like get people to click on this stuff, so they actually see that like the money is actually worth it. So I kind of feel like advertising is an inevitability because people are unwilling to subscribe to different news sources.
Yeah,
these
no,
days.
for sure.
Or like video
Anything
sources,
else,
any sort of content, whatever, unless it's like Netflix, Hulu, different stuff like that. So,
and at the end of the day, you can't have any of those things. You can't watch TV or play any of these video games for free without them making some money some way.
Right.
And so, I mean, it kind of makes sense.
I mean, we didn't have time on the podcast, but I did want to bring up. I wanted to bring up the John Oliver segment from this past Sunday, where we talked about Spotlight.
Now's a good time.
Now would be a good time. We do have the time to talk about it.
A
But
time.
It just brings up the point. Like we've been as a news industry, as a content industry, giving it all away for free. And the longer you get something for free, the harder it is to convince people that it's worth something, right? And that's really the core dilemma.
Yes, it's a total bummer. I mean, like, it's been happening since I've been a reporter for like 10 years, and I don't think that we've really figured out the solution quite yet.
Mm-hmm. Solution is trunk, by the way.
The solution is trunk. I mean, like, the solution is basically, I think the solution is no ads and everything is sponsored content. Where basically, like, we all turn into BuzzFeed, and every story that you read, some
is
advertiser,
brought
to you by Pampers or brought to you by Apple or whatever.
He's being somewhat sarcastic here.
Am I?
Somewhat? I don't know.
Anthony says ads have a purpose, and without them, we wouldn't have the revenue for innovation needed to advance social media technology. Ads have their place.
No, I mean,
it is kind of a necessary evil.
That's what we're talking about, right?
Yes.
Like,
I think we're coming to that conclusion, even though we all find it pretty annoying.
Yeah, I think the key is finding that balance, right?
Here's another one. Eugen brings up there's so many repetitive ads, like Geico ads on YouTube. I know my girlfriend watches Lifetime, and it will have the same ad 3 times back to back in a break.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wait, like online or
in the online experience?
Yes, yeah.
What the hell? Give me filler, give me promo. You got to mix it up.
I think that's a problem. Basically, every online service, it's like the same repetitive ad over and over again, and it's definitely not an ad.
That's a flaw in the salesman.
Yeah.
For not being able to sell anything else.
Right.
Geico. Shut up.
Maybe that's not the flaw, though. Maybe that's the point.
You just advertised for Geico.
Exactly.
How dare you?
Now.
It's stuck in your head. Maybe that's how the plan is.
By the way, this...
Hang on, I'm going to go buy some insurance.
This podcast was brought to you by Polar Seltzer.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Bonnie, he's lying.
Oh, my God. Shut up, Ben. Just stop talking.
I take it back. The thing
just
that I hate,
make us some money.
The thing I hate the most, and I want to know if anyone else in Chatland agrees with me on this, is when ads have different volume levels than the video content you're watching.
They just start blaring.
This is really turning into like a hate fest.
Oh my God. So Hulu, I'm looking at you. I'm coming for you.
Oh yeah, sometimes it's so much louder, and then it.
Or you can just pay for the no ad version of Hulu.
Again, I don't mind the ads if they work.
Right.
And
it seems like the models become flawed. And like they're putting in these infomercials that are like 2-3 minutes at a time.
Yeah.
And they suck. Like none of them are good. None of them are endearing. I haven't seen one that I'm willing to sit through.
I think TV ads have become a lot more entertaining, or at least more of them have become entertaining because you have a DVR and you can, kind of click through them.
Yeah.
They're like, no, wait, we'll actually try to entertain you.
Well, they're desperate for you to hang on to that cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do like TV ads. I'm finding a little bit more often than I used to, where they just, they knew you were sitting there and watching anyway. So they were like, buy this mattress.
That's all. And now it's like, mattresses are amazing. Like,
it is kind of funny to see some of the repeat offenders over and over again online. The ones who are really embracing the kind of new media model.
Yeah.
Casper mattresses, for one, audible.com. What's that website service? Squarespace. See Squarespace all the time. And it's like, I applaud because they mix it up and they give a host of a podcast or a show opportunity to essentially underwrite it.
Right. And actually, I like the Geico ones in particular because they're able to fit those ads in the short amount of time that you could skip an ad. Like they'll fit the full commercial into like 10 seconds rather than like the full 30-second ad. Like we realize that you've got like 5 seconds before we can skip this ad. So here's the whole thing. But then like when they skip it, it's a weird thing. It's like two guys fishing in a boat, and then the next thing they're like. There's like they're like eagles. They're like eagle talons or something. And
I guess not everybody likes smooth jazz.
Exactly. There you go.
That's clever.
That's pretty clever. Yeah.
Entertain me. I have no idea what I'd get if I went to Geico, but entertain me.
You'd get insurance.
I'm not sure of that from watching that ad.
True.
Maybe you get a gecko.
Something.
They'll just like give you a gecko.
They've stopped with the gecko thing.
I know.
No, he still exists.
He does? I haven't seen him in a long time.
Seen him
the gecko, the caveman. There was
Caveman's not a...
One point they had
the caveman
like 15 different spokespeople.
Do you remember when they tried to make a whole show out of the caveman?
Yeah, that was a terrible idea.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, I think we're all pretty much on the same page at this point. Ads online need some help. They could be a lot better.
Yeah, they could be more. They could be more creative. They could be more of an enjoyable experience. They don't have to be disruptive.
Yes, and good news is that conversation is happening at higher levels than what's happening at this podcast.
Hopefully.
Yeah, like a lot of our higher ups are definitely aware of how many people are using ad blockers. So maybe that means this will improve. We'll see.
All right, well, let's wrap things up. If you liked anything you saw or heard here, check us out on CNET. Our podcast is also available on iTunes, Google Play Music, TuneIn, SoundCloud, FeedBurner, and that's it.
Yeah, click on ads on CNET.
How are you not sure of this yet? We've done this 93 times.
I don't know. Well, half of those I was out for parental leave, so I've only done 50 times.
Fine,
sure.
Give me another 50 more, and I'll have it down.
Fine.
Yeah. All right. See y'all tomorrow.